Hey guys, it's me again with another loudmouth video, and this time I'm talking about Thanksgiving. And I'm not just talking about the Thursday where we sit down and stuff ourselves with turkey and cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes and gravy. I'm actually getting a little bit hungry thinking about it. But I'm talking about the holiday itself and what it is versus what it's supposed to be. Every year we sit down as families, and invariably the awkward conversation will begin about something stupid that a family member did or something ignorant that someone saw on the news. And suddenly the conversation will turn toxic and the conversation will turn unpleasant. And the next thing we know, instead of counting our blessings and giving thanks for the things that we do have, we erupt into arguments and we erupt into those things that drive us apart instead of focusing on those things that bring us together. And while we're on the subject of the things that drive us apart instead of bringing us together, let's not forget the great athletic event that is the next morning at 12, 1, or 2 a.m. where we bundle ourselves up, drive over to the Walmart or the Best Buy, and scoop up all of those great bargain buys. Yes, I'm talking about Black Friday. And then 4 weeks later, all of those purchases and all of those great bargains will appear again underneath our Christmas trees, where we tell the Christmas stories. How we saved 40% on that pearl necklace for Mom, or how we saved 20% when we got that 42-inch plasma flat screen television and the Xbox to go with it. And how we won't have to worry about making payments on our credit cards for 6 more months because of special financing that the credit card companies offered as a reward for spending more money. Oh yeah, and then there's Jesus. Let's not forget Jesus. There he is, safe and sound, underneath the Christmas tree, tucked away in his manger, with Mary and Joseph looking on contentedly. I've been watching over the last few years, and every time I pay attention to the advertisements that I see on TV and the advertisements that I hear on radio, what I'm seeing more and more is more push towards the commercial sides of Thanksgiving and Christmas. And don't even get me started on Advent. Advent is that special time between the last Sunday in Pentecost and Christmas morning that we stop and take stock. And we think about how Jesus comes to us on a daily basis. And we think about when Jesus came to earth the first time. And we think about how Jesus will come to us again. Advent is a season of preparation. It's a season of getting our hearts ready to meet the Christ child on Christmas morning. It's not a season to be ignored. It's not a season to be skipped over. It's not something to say, oh, isn't that cute? As we light the candles on our Advent wreaths. It's a time to stop and to be still. And for goodness sake, to slow down. It seems that once Halloween rolls around, that it's a mad dash between Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas to see how much stuff we can pack into our lives. That's not what this time of year is about. This time of year is about reaching out to our friends, reaching out to our family, about remembering that we're all children of God and that Jesus comes to us on a day-to-day basis. Advent is not necessarily a sad time, but it's not necessarily a happy time. As we look in the readings for the season of Advent, we see that a lot of times they're dark and they're gloomy. But then up in front of us is the Christmas hope. That on Christmas morning the sun will rise and Jesus will have come again. So this holiday season, when you sit down with your friends and you sit down with your family and you start thinking about all the things that you're going to buy on Black Friday, just stop and let it go. Because it doesn't matter how many gifts you have piled up under that Christmas tree on Christmas morning. It doesn't matter how many turkeys you are able to deep fry or bake or baste or not baste or end up like the Griswold turkey during National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's not about any of that. It's about recognizing who we are and what we have and what we've been given. So take time this year to give thanks and to really give thanks. Maybe consider letting Black Friday go or Cyber Monday go, and maybe consider letting all of the commercialism go for one Christmas, and see how much more rich your Christmas can be as you really engage with the Advent season and you discover that Jesus lying in that manger is not a safe Jesus, that the message he brings to the world is one of radical change and radical challenge that invites us to invite all of those, whether they look like us or believe like us or even talk like us, to the table with us, to share the mystery of this life together and to share the love and the joy that comes as being a child of God and being loved by God.